My name's Kevin Wagner. And this is where I've been working for the past couple of years. At the head office of a Japanese electronics maker. Another week starting. And today's the day I have to start thinking about introducing 5S into our operations. This is going to be a real challenge. Yes, that's fine. Oh, one more thing. Maybe I told you that General Affairs here is launching 5S?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well, we have to do the same thing here in the international section, and I'm in charge. I've got the directives here somewhere. You're into 5S over there, aren't you?
We sure are.
I wonder if you could send over any material you have on just, how to go about it.
Sure, no problems. I know, I'll send you a fax.
Okay, great. That's great. Well, thanks a lot.
No problem. Okay, bye.
Right. Okay, directives. They were here. 5S. 5S? Damn, we could sure use some 5S around here. No. Kenji, where's that fax that came from Singapore yesterday?
It's being filed, I suppose.
Suppose? You suppose? Rumiko, could you get me that file, please?
But Kevin, all the fax files are kept in General Affairs, not here.
What? That's crazy. They should be kept here. We should have our own files here. Oh, just a minute. I just remembered. I filed it myself. Where's that folder gone? Rumiko, what's this letter doing in this folder?
I don't know. I didn't put it there.
Well, put it somewhere. Yes.
This is reception. Is Mr. Wagner there?
Yes, speaking.
There is a Mr. Nishimura here to see you.
Mr. Nishimura? Mr. Nishimura? Ah, yes. Well, could you ask him to wait for a moment?
Certainly.
He's a very important customer. I'll be right down. Nishimura is here. Could someone else find that fax for me? Now, where's all the Nishimura stuff?
With any kind of clerical work, there is a tendency to leave each individual to work out his or her own working methods. Volume of work, time involved and methods all vary considerably according to the situation. These factors, of course, make it very difficult to standardize work procedures. We also find that we cannot easily understand exactly what our colleagues are doing. And one result is that it becomes difficult to get support from colleagues. In other words, office sections tend to display far more variety than production sections, and improvements in efficiency and the upgrading of working skills tend to get delayed. 5S activities are designed to remove difficulties in the office environment and then implement improvements. The aim is quite simple: to make everyone's work faster, better, easier, and more cost-effective.
Sick of all this files. Mess. Great, good. Sorry.
So what exactly is the 5S program? It consists of 5 activities which all begin with the letter S in Japanese. In English we call them clearing up, organizing, cleaning, standardizing, and training and discipline. Let's run through what each of them means in practice. The first S is seiri, or clearing up. This involves sorting out what is really necessary and what is unnecessary, and getting rid of as much as possible. To eliminate waste involves proper classification and appropriate action at the source of the problem. Seitong, or organizing, involves proper workplace organization in order to fix the layout of tools and equipment so that everything is always available when needed. This has many benefits. It saves time and effort, increases safety and quality, and helps to maintain a tidy, functional workplace. Seiso, or cleaning, involves thorough and detailed cleaning, careful checking, and constant care to ensure that every piece of equipment, every tool, and every part is maintained in the best possible condition at all times. The essence of cleaning is checking. Seiketsu, or standardizing, is the way to maintain a clean working environment which is safe and well organized. This is achieved by developing systems which immediately reveal malfunctions or abnormalities, including visual control systems. And the final part of the 5S program is shitsuke, or training and discipline. The emphasis here is on the development of good habits to maintain safety and efficiency. It includes the establishment of suitable working standards and rules.
Why am I getting in a panic like this? It's all because of these wretched files! The sooner we do some 5S, the better. Just calm down.
Like Kevin, we all hope to find ways to improve the way we work so that we have less strain and fewer delays and frustrations. The 5S program is the clue to implementing this kind of improvement. But before we launch into details of the process, let's divide the problem areas into 2 broad categories. We can refer to them simply as soft 5S and hard 5S. The first, soft 5S, is basically to do with how we work together and organize ourselves. There are 4 main areas in which we can improve our general working methods with soft 5S: sharing of responsibilities, office organization and procedures, filing systems, and meetings and greetings.
Rumiko, could you get me the stapler and the files, please?
Oh, sure. Stapler and the files.
International section, Kevin Wagner.
Hi, Kevin. George here.
Hi, George. Hey, I was hoping you'd call. We're really getting desperate for some stuff on 5S. We need it real quick. Our files are in a terrible state. Did you find anything?
Well, yes, I did. I've got some stuff from Osaka Gas.
From Osaka Gas?
Yeah. And also a company called Toyo Seat.
Toyo Seat, uh-huh.
I'll send the faxes over right now.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. I'll be standing right by the fax machine.
Okay.
All right, talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Great.
Let's have a look at a company which took on the challenge of how to deal with the great volume and variety of documents it generates every day. The idea was to examine closely the storage and general management of paper so that everyone would know exactly what was where and when. In other words, through a detailed and thorough implementation of 5S principles, they created a filing system that really works. In the administration section, the procedure went like this. First of all, they got rid of every speck of dust and dirt they could find in the office, including behind desks and lockers. Then they removed all unnecessary bits and pieces and private belongings. Next, they turned to the categorizing labels used on all documents and worked out standards as a basis for deciding what to keep and what to throw out. Then they started ejecting things and reorganizing the office. They managed to reduce their 63 meters of filing by 40%, and that meant an amazing 2 tons of waste. There are many good results from all this. The office is now more spacious. Storage areas are very clearly classified and accessible to everyone. There's been a big saving in time and effort spent finding materials. And everyone in the office now realizes the value of maintaining the system by sticking to the standards. An efficient office has to aim at becoming a paperless environment. In practice, this means that everything is filed efficiently and clearly, and there are standards for what should be kept and what should be thrown out. This is just one part of 5S. From here, it is possible to proceed effectively with the many other improvements in office management and working procedures, which we'll be looking at later. The second category is called Hard 5S. This concerns all facets of the working environment. It includes the implementation of improvements to do with desks, lockers, office equipment and materials, thinking carefully about temperature, humidity, lighting and noise levels, and consideration of office layout and ergonomics. Let's look at an interesting example of Hard 5S in action. Even in a high-tech world, the bicycle is still often the best way to get around a large factory complex. But a system is required to ensure that bicycles are always available when needed. This particular plant used Hard 5S to create such a system. Before 5S, the situation here was pretty chaotic. Individuals used their own bikes, there were not enough parking spaces, and there was nobody to organize things or deal with the repairs. After a lot of careful consideration of the problems, an efficient system was developed. Bicycles were provided for common use, each bike was numbered and labeled, and given a designated parking space, and a person was put in charge of overseeing the whole system and dealing with repairs. A plant bicycle park may not at first sight look like a priority area for applying 5S activities, but the results can be very significant in terms of both improving general efficiency and reducing work strain. Do you have unnecessary or damaged tools or equipment? Are items difficult to find? Do you have problems with layout and general tidiness? If the answer is yes, then Hard 5S can provide the solutions to your problems.
Yes. Soft 5S and Hard 5S. It's very clear. They're good examples, but, well, I mean, what do you suggest we do? Where do we start?
Kevin, sorry to keep you waiting. Just found the stapler. I'll leave it right here, okay?
Sorry, George. Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Well, what you need is a 7-stage action program.
A 7-stage action program, yeah?
That's right. Yeah, it goes like this, you see. First of all, you start with stage 1.
Now for a look at the 7-stage action program which can be used to implement both soft and hard 5S. Stage 1 involves basic cleaning and stock taking. Are there any inconveniences in terms of both hardware and software? Are there unnecessary items or work procedures? Thorough checking is needed to answer these questions. Stage 2 involves hunting out problem areas which may not be obvious at first glance, or hidden under dirt and dust, and thinking about possible improvements. In order to maintain cleanliness, step 3 involves going right to the sources of dirt and dust and waste and implementing effective countermeasures. The next stage is to set up standards and rules which everyone should stick to, and then create operating manuals. By doing this, anyone can do proper cleaning and checking quickly and efficiently. But it's no good having rules and standards if they're not implemented. Stage 5 includes the systematization of necessary knowledge and skills and effective training procedures to ensure everyone can make procedures work. Stage 6 is called total checking. This means the implementation of proper visual control systems to make it easy to see what is wrong at a glance, and the use of appropriate warning systems. The result is the production of full working standards. The final stage is to reach for autonomous management by perfecting visual control. The aim is to make everyone able and willing to deal with problem areas themselves, and so avoid waste of time and effort. This is the 7-stage action program used to implement 5S. The advantage of dividing activities into different stages is that you can make sure one stage is mastered before moving on to the next, and so on towards full autonomous management.
Yeah, I'm more or less clear on the 7 stages. But I was wondering, could we come over to your office sometime and actually see what you're doing?
Oh, sure, anytime.
Oh, good, thanks. And there was one more thing. What was it? Oh, yes, I remember. You know, in stage 7, you talk about education and training.
Right.
How do you actually go about it?
Morning exercises may not be everyone's cup of tea, but at least they get the body moving. At this plant, they get the mind going in the morning as well, by having what they call a one-point lesson before getting down to work in the office. The idea is for a different person each day to talk to everyone about a particular point they have noticed or some improvement they have successfully implemented, using simple illustrations and graphs. What is the purpose of all this? Well, the first point is to make everyone think more carefully about details of their daily work, to increase working effectiveness and help to bring up improvement ideas. The second point is to give everyone information about other people's work, so that it's possible to cover better for colleagues temporarily absent from their job. And a broader knowledge of the whole section means that any member can provide information to clients or customers, even about points not directly concerned with their own daily work. These one-point lessons also serve to strengthen the feeling of working for a team. This is the kind of activity which can be a very useful addition to basic 5S activities, and doing it before work doesn't interfere with work in progress. But if everyone is a bit sleepy, then a lesson over a cup of coffee might be a good way to do it.
Yes. Well, how about tomorrow at 11?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. Well, thanks a lot for your help. Oh, and don't forget to ask Sally about the barbecue.
No, I won't. See you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Rumiko, Kenji, we can go and visit my friend George's office tomorrow. See what they're doing at about 5S. Huh? Just me and the cleaning staff again.
Good night, Mr. Kevin.